Did Pakistan really find huge oil reserves, or is it all a scam? That's the question that's been causing a stir lately. It began when news of significant oil and gas reserves discovered in Pakistan's waters surfaced. This could be the world's fourth largest oil and gas reserve. This discovery, if true, could revolutionize Pakistan's economy and the global energy market. It could reduce Pakistan's reliance on imported oil and gas, turning it into a substantial energy market player. However, the high stakes involved naturally invite skepticism. The oil and gas world has had its share of scams. As an example, two Irish businessmen in Nigeria established a company under false pretenses, which could have cost Nigeria $11 billion. The world of oil and gas comes with its own cautionary tales. So, as we examine this development in Pakistan, one question looms large. Is this a genuine breakthrough or a clever scam? Only time and a thorough investigation will tell. Let's scrutinize the claims and counterclaims surrounding this massive oil discovery. The news of a substantial petroleum and natural gas deposit in Pakistan's territorial waters has certainly created a buzz. This discovery, if validated, could catapult Pakistan into the league of the world's top oil and gas reserve holders. A 3-year survey, undertaken in collaboration with a friendly nation, has reportedly confirmed the presence of these reserves. The potential impact on Pakistan's economy is massive. Proposals for bidding and exploration are currently under consideration. This could be a significant stride towards reducing Pakistan's reliance on imported oil and gas, a move that could bolster the nation's economic stability and fuel its growth. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are counterclaims and skepticism to consider. The exact size and recovery rate of the reserves are still under wraps. This means that the actual value of the discovery is yet to be determined. Furthermore, it's important to remember that oil and gas exploration isn't a simple process. Substantial investment and time are required for exploration, extraction, and the development of necessary infrastructure. Critics argue that this could be an attempt to divert attention from other pressing issues, or to inflate the country's economic prospects. However, it's also possible that this discovery is a legitimate game-changer for Pakistan. There's also the ominous shadow of corruption that looms over such vast business dealings. We've seen examples of this in the past, such as the scandal involving Irish businessmen in Nigeria. They established a company to convert waste gas into usable fuel, but engaged in corrupt practices to secure the contract. Could a similar scenario unfold here? With so much at stake, the truth seems elusive. Could this be a game-changer for Pakistan, or just an elaborate deception? In the grand scheme of things, what could this discovery mean for Pakistan and the world at large? Let's take a moment to ponder that. Picture this: a country that has long been dependent on imported oil and gas suddenly finds itself sitting on a potential gold mine of fossil fuels. This could be a game-changer for Pakistan, reducing reliance on foreign imports and bolstering its economy. Imagine the ripple effects of this on the global oil market. With Pakistan potentially becoming a key player, the dynamics of energy geopolitics could shift dramatically. However, this discovery isn't without its complications. We live in an era where the world is increasingly shifting its focus towards clean, renewable energy. Climate change is a looming threat that we can no longer afford to ignore. So, where does this leave Pakistan with its newfound oil reserves? This brings us to a parallel scenario in Canada. The Canadian government has come under fire for its support of the oil industry's reliance on carbon capture and storage technology as a solution to reduce emissions. Critics argue that this is merely a costly climate scam, a band-aid solution that allows for continued fossil fuel production while shifting costs to taxpayers. Instead, they advocate for a transition to renewable energy, which they argue is not only more effective, but also economically viable. So if Pakistan does indeed possess the fourth largest oil and gas reserve in the world, it is faced with a conundrum. On one hand, it has the potential to boost its economy and gain geopolitical leverage. On the other, it must consider the environmental implications of exploiting these reserves and the global shift towards renewable energy. In the face of such a complex issue, it's clear that careful consideration and strategic planning will be crucial. Pakistan will need to navigate this path delicately, balancing economic growth with environmental responsibility. As we await further developments, one thing is certain: this discovery, whether genuine or fraudulent, has set the stage for a riveting saga in the world of energy geopolitics. Let's delve deeper into this delicate balance that Pakistan needs to strike. With the potential of becoming a major player in the global oil market, Pakistan is at a crossroads. The allure of economic prosperity is strong, but the reality of climate change is a pressing issue that cannot be ignored. It's a situation that requires not just strategic planning but also a vision for the future. If Pakistan chooses to exploit these potential reserves, it must also invest in technologies to mitigate the environmental impact. Carbon capture and storage technology, as controversial as it may be, could be one such avenue. But is it enough? Perhaps not. The world is moving towards renewable energy, and Pakistan must not lag behind. Investment in renewable energy infrastructure could not only help reduce the environmental impact of fossil fuel exploitation, but also pave the way for a more sustainable future. This is not just a question of economic growth, it's a question of sustainable growth. It's a delicate balance, and the world will be watching closely as Pakistan navigates this path. As we gear up for a potential paradigm shift in energy geopolitics, it's clear that the stakes are high and the decisions made now will have far-reaching implications. Stay tuned as we continue to explore this fascinating development in our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching our video on Pakistan's oil mirage. If you enjoyed it and want to stay updated with more such content, please subscribe to our channel. Until next time, take care.